Good evening, everybody. We are tracking the latest developments now in the ongoing Flint water crisis scandal. Tonight, we are learning that former Governor Rick Snyder, his health director, and other former officials have all been told they will face charges after a new investigation into the water crisis. Now, this, of course, stems from Flint's water system contamination with lead that happened back in 2014 and 15. That contamination also blamed for a deadly Legionnaires disease outbreak. Nick Lyon ran MDHHS during the water crisis, and Rich Baird was an advisor to then Governor Snyder. In the original court case, he was never charged. Baird's attorney confirms tonight his client was informed yesterday that he will face charges now. The original charges came in June of 2017. Nick Lyon faced involuntary manslaughter. Several others were also charged with everything from dereliction of duty to manslaughter. But in June 2019, after 2 years and $30 million spent, all charges were dropped when Democrat Dana Nessel succeeded Republican Bill Schuette as Attorney General. Now, we're covering reaction on several fronts tonight. We'll begin with former Mayor Karen Weaver. Mid-Michigan Now's Bria Jones is live in downtown Flint with that. Bria, good evening.
Former Mayor Karen Weaver and Flint City Councilman Eric Mays are reacting to the news of reported criminal charges against ex-Governor Rick Snyder and other officials. Weaver was mayor of Flint from 2015 to 2019 and is known for having a controversial relationship with Snyder. She tells me that today is a glorious day for Flint and that her faith has been restored in the Attorney General's office, while First Ward Councilman Eric Mays says with all criminal charges in the water crisis dropped back in 2019, this doesn't necessarily mean justice for Flint residents.
People in Flint have died as a result of his hand and the state's hand and others. I know later on I'll probably just sit there. I might start crying because I'm just so happy because this has been a fight. This has been a fight, and this is what we've been asking and demanding right from the beginning.
As you said before, charges were dismissed in the middle of it. And so I'm not excited. I'm holding my breath, hoping that this is not a game.
Now, both Mays and Weaver say they are curious to know what charges may follow. For now, reporting live in Flint, I'm Bria Jones. Back to you.
All right, Bria, thank you for that live report. I think we're all waiting for the specifics on the charges. From the former mayor now, we go to the person who alerted everyone that something was wrong. We're talking Flint resident turned activist Melissa Mays. Mid-Michigan Now's Kristen Lowe continues our team coverage tonight. Kristen, there have been few voices any louder than Melissa Mays in this ongoing fight. What's she saying tonight about these latest developments?
Mike, Melissa Mays says she's in shock. You'll remember Mays garnered national attention when she coordinated a lawsuit against former Governor Rick Snyder and the state of Michigan to replace the water lines in Flint. She says that since the Michigan Attorney General dropped the charges more than a year ago, there's been silence. So she had almost given up hope. Now she says she's proceeding with cautious optimism after hearing about former Governor Rick Snyder and others reportedly being charged in the Flint water crisis.
So my guts and my heart are like, yay, somebody's going to be held accountable for what they've done to us. But then on the other hand, my brain's like, yeah, but just keep in mind the shoe usually drops. So what I initially said is I better not see overdue library books or jaywalking or a parking ticket is what they're being charged with. Nothing small.
We'll have much more reaction from Melissa Mays coming up tonight on Mid-Michigan Now at 6. For now, live in Flint, Kristen Lowe, Mid-Michigan Now.
All right, Kristen, thank you for your live report as well. And as she said, we do have much more coming in reaction to the news that former Governor Rick Snyder and others will face charges in the water crisis scandal. At 5:30, you will hear from lawyers representing some of those other former officials that the state plans to charge. And at 6, in addition to what Kristen just told you about, we will also hear from whistleblower Leanne Walters, who will talk with our Stephanie Parkinson. Stay tuned for that. And for everything regarding the Flint water crisis, dating back to the water source switch all the way up to these current court cases, you can head to our website, midmichigannow.com, and search Flint water woes. It is 5